To succeed in today's connected world, you need to build a community around your company, brand, and products. Over the last decade, social media has become a primary form of business intelligence, used to monitor, listen, and respond to consumer behavior. This video will teach you social media best practices regarding monitoring, listening, and response in the context of the professional world. Let's get started. Social media is like the largest cocktail party in the world. It's a room filled with people driven by one desire to communicate. Some of the conversations could be about you, your competitor, or your industry. They could be talking about a product related to yours, or they could be talking about something completely irrelevant. Organizations can have multiple social media platforms with hundreds of conversations. The hardest, yet most important task professionals face is how to monitor all these accounts effectively. There are more than 50 tools companies and organizations can use to monitor social media. Monitoring your account is one thing, and listening to the noise on your account is another. You may be able to collect all the relevant posts, tweets, and conversations related to your company, but if you don't properly read and evaluate that information, all the monitoring was for nothing. Treat social media like a telephone and not a megaphone. You want to know what's being said about you and where they are saying it. You'll also want to know how to respond. It's an essential part of online reputation management. You should not respond to anything through social media without first developing a social media strategy. The following 10 steps will help you get started. Remember, the social media strategy for each company will be completely different. It's dependent on the values, personality, and industry of the company.
My name is Blais. I'm Digital Communications Specialist at Eperen Company. I graduated from University of Maryland and I have 4 years of social media experience professionally.
Why is it important to monitor social media?
You can learn about your audiences, you can learn about what content you're pushing out is successful, what content you need to adjust in the future. Just by monitoring insights, it really gives you a more data-based strategy than just kind of by flying by the seat of your pants.
Do you use social media dashboards?
Sometimes. It depends on the client and the scope of the client's social media needs. If they have a really robust need, we'll invest in something like a social media dashboard. If they're just doing one platform, I find that Facebook Insights or Twitter Analytics will do the job fine.
What do you think is the best way to monitor social media?
I think you have your key metrics that you should be monitoring. So engagements, including shares, likes, and comments, that's for Facebook, retweets, and mentions for Twitter. Those are really the key performance indicators or KPIs that you should be monitoring to see how decent of a job you're doing at driving engagement.
What insights do you gain from monitoring social media?
First is what are your followers talking about? And that can really help you determine, how are my followers talking and how should I adapt my conversational voice to match them? Another thing that you can realize is if people have complaints or questions, it's a great way to start a natural real-time dialogue with users. And then also you can monitor and see what posts are successful and which posts didn't get a lot of engagement. And then based on those insights, you can adapt your strategy to be more successful.
How do you interact with clients on social media?
So we always like to encourage two-way communication. It's the best model. And social media really lends itself toward that model because it is so real-time and encourages conversations. So generally we like to put content out there first that is the type of message that we're trying to convey to our audiences. And once we have that content out there, we're waiting for people to engage with it. That's one way that we communicate with our audience. The second way would be to reply to other content that's already existing. So we would go through our news feed, go through our Twitter feed, see what are my followers talking about and how can I engage them in a conversation. And that way we can get a dialogue going and really help to get more of a personal relationship rather than just having that really corporate, sterile brand feel.
Now you are ready to monitor, listen, and respond with your company's social media. Develop a strategy and incorporate the tools that will work best for your company. Social media is imperative in order to communicate properly with your public. Good luck!